Ever since the dawn of Teardown, players have killed, built, ransacked and completed missions. People couldn't share their work unless if it wasn't for the Teardown workshop, which made it possible for them to exist. The physics gun, Vauxhall Plaza, and even the nuclear bomb. But even with all that, something was still missing. A way for people to play together, to explore each other's worlds, creations, missions. So a group of people created TDMP, a multiplayer mod for Teardown. The mod was great and awesome, but not too long ago, the mod was not updated any longer, and the project of Teardown multiplayer was abandoned. But on March 15th, 2025, Teardown's official YouTube channel would release a teaser trailer for Teardown multiplayer, meaning that it was now official that Teardown was gonna get a multiplayer DLC. But after the trailer was released, I, James HB, decided that I would make a game that you could play with your friends. The end. What the fuck is this script? Honestly, what the fuck? You want me to read this? Honestly?
Yeah, well, I thought it's like you could read the intro and then I will, put it into the video. You know we're still recording, right?
Recording or not recording, like, this is a stupid ass script. Like, I have so many questions about how you even got this in here, but no matter what, fine. Here it is. Who the fuck ends a sentence with friends at the end? James, that's my fucking question. How the fuck do you... I think you need to go back to school. Honestly.
Darkness, I am still in school. I'm still learning.
James, school or not in school? This is terrible. Improve. Anyways, I wrote your script. Happy?
Yes, the Darkness, I am very happy that you read the scripts. Thank you.
That means I can fucking leave. Awesome. Fine, thank you.
So yeah. Anyways, welcome to my project. This is the game that I wanted to that I've been working on. I call it 1.M.1.R. So basically, what 1.M.1.R is that you are a person, or you're two people. It's a two-person game, and it hasn't been tested because there's no in-game multiplayer yet, and I don't want to install it, and also I don't really have anyone to test it out with. I just made this as a concept, and hopefully someone will play with me or something. But yeah, basically what it is, let me just find it real quick. So I spent some time editing an entire post over and over again. So basically what this is, now I'm just gonna read off what it says on the post that I've made. It's on my channel, made 7 days ago. 7 days, Jesus Christ, it's fast. Anyways, so what it says here, this is an in-Teardown game for multiplayer only, and it is a repost because I had to edit some things on it. So it's called 1.M.1.R. It is a new Teardown game, so I don't have to read off the entire thing. I remember what kind of happened in it. So it's a game where there's, again, one modder, one runner. What we could also call it is one hunter and one postman of some kind. So it's on here. There's this like little yellow ball made of, just so you know, it's made of rock, so it's indestructible, as you can see. And even for this, let me see. Yeah, it's indestructible. So basically what this game is all about is that you as the runner, or survivor, yeah, the runner, you spawn in this little cave right here that I've not made, but I've expanded on the little build a little bit. This was there before, but all of this that looks a little bit weird is what I've placed. So this is your little cave. It's called a safe point. It's a point that's safe, and your goal as the survivor. Now I'm just gonna take the role as the survivor real quick, and I can only show it one by one. So your goal is to get this from here to there. It's called safe zone. So within this little area, this yellow circle, it's a safe zone. So the modder can't touch you in here. But your goal is to get this ball all the way over there. And you can also get over there, and the modder can't touch you there. However, he can either touch this ball. Well, he could probably touch this ball. What was the rules again? Oh yeah, I just quickly forgot how this game works. I'm sorry. So the point of this game is that the runner has to carry this ball all the way to the safe zone. Let me just real quick. I'm gonna fly over there, but the runner won't be able to do that because I don't know how this is gonna work. But as soon as the runner makes it to this point, the runner won. But there are three things. There's three ways that this game will end. I'm just gonna say the ending part. So the first way that the game could end is if the runner dies 3 times, because the runner only has 3 lives. That's one possibility. The other possibility is that the object has been moved to the safe zone. Or the third option is that the object is completely destroyed. So in some cases, I've made 3 of these kinds of maps. And in some maps, this thing is not indestructible, it is actually destructible. So the modder just has to destroy this entire thing. It can turn into one single pixel, but if the person just turns away for 1 second, it could be gone, and then the modder won. So the modder either has to kill the runner 3 times or destroy the object. That's all you have to do. The modder is unkillable. He can die as many times as he wants, respawn as many times as he wants. He can use mods, which means he can fly, he can use, like, I don't know, the physics gun, he can even use creative mode, but he cannot use the rock, the rock little thing here. He cannot use that, because that is indestructible, but he can use anything else. The runner has unlimited ammo, so he can continuously just fire away, and he won't lose any ammunition. Again, I don't know if I'll have to change this, but, well, we'll see. The modder can, again, he can use any weapon he wants. Maybe I'll put a limit on how many mods you can actually have downloaded at a time. So, like, maybe 5 mods. Like, you can only have the physics guns, maybe like C4 and portal gun maybe, and then fly mod or something. So it wouldn't get too complicated, because there's also there's also rules that everyone has to follow, and I'm gonna list them out now. So, rule 1, the modder/hunter cannot touch the ground, which means he must always fly, either with a jetpack, or just with a fly mod, or a no-clip mod, or something. But the only way he can actually land is if he's up here, in his lookout tower. That's the only place he can actually land, is in the lookout tower, on grounds of here. But as soon as he's out here, he must always fly. He cannot, neither can he fly through the ground, because that's another rule. That falls under rule 2. Rule 2 is that the modder/hunter must always have sky above him, which means here, he can fly over here. But, for example, here, he cannot be here, because there's no sky above him. That's illegal. So the survivor can stand here, and if the modder doesn't have anything to shoot him with, he cannot touch him. That's how that works. So that's rule 2, which means that the modder cannot be underneath here. He cannot be, like, in a cave. That's only for the survivor, which is why I've made it so that the entrance looks like this. There's no way for him to look all the way in, and that's also why it looks like this. So if he stands, for example, here, you cannot see him. nor can he send, like, if he had a drone mod, he can't just fly it in there, because that still falls under the rule of him technically being in there. Now, this is rule 3. The runner/hunter cannot use X-ray in any way. That means not even the, like, hunter or run. I don't know if on, like, I think that also falls under that you cannot use minimap. You cannot use the minimap, or you cannot, like, see people's name tags. I hope there's a mod for that, because then that's probably gonna be like some mods that you will have to install. Rule 4. No player X-ray for either the runner or the hunter. Like, to know where you are, where your location is. So that's basically kind of like rule 3. You cannot see where you are. So no X-ray, like looking through things, and no viewing from above or seeing where your name tag is or something. I don't know how it works yet, but that, whatever, if you can do that, you just have to turn that off or something. Again, this is before anything. I've just seen the teaser. It's a teaser, not a trailer. I don't know too much about it. I just know there's multiplayer coming, and I just wanted to make this. Rule 5. The runner/hunter can with big can use build mode or creative mode, but cannot use rock, which is what I just said. You cannot use this, because this is indestructible. Let me just see. You cannot use this because oh fuck. Yeah, see, it's indestructible. It's still survived. You cannot use that. So no using rock. And neither can you use, like, a drill tool, so you can't just drill into the rock that's already placed. I probably should say that you cannot use the erase tool, and you cannot use the rock tool. Okay, I should probably change that about it. The hunter/runner cannot use the spawn mode, so that's basically this, where you can just let me just see, props, furniture, this. He cannot use this in any ways. So build. Holy shit, those lines perfect. Anyways, you cannot use that. And finally, rule 7. The only way the modder/hunter can land is if it's in their outpost tower, which is the tower that I just showed. Yeah. And there's a radio in here, a modded radio. So you always have something to listen to, and I hope it's not copyrighted, but I don't know. Yeah, that's basically it. And it says here that the hunter has access to one of these things: flying, modded tools, and the weather. So he can, for example, he can go into here, he can change the weather however he'd like. So he can just change the weather into whatever he'd like. So that's another thing, and that probably falls under the category of limited items. So, or maybe, like, you can only use, like, for example, if you choose, like, you can only use sunset, or you can only use this, but I don't know, probably just about that. Yeah, it's just, this is your save point. You can stay in here and survive. And I've made this self-made staircase. It's a little bit fucked up. It doesn't really work that greatly. You just have to spam space to even get out, and sometimes you'll get stuck, but it's a way to get up. And then you're out. But again, make sure you stand underneath something. And just so you know, technically, he could still throw things down the hole, which is why I've made, like, so there's, like, this little hole in here where you could stay technically, and where the balls is in the beginning. So just so you know, you can still throw things down there, but no spawning, so no big weapons, and no weapons that can, like, destroy the entire game. But I don't know, that'll probably leave it up to you guys out there. Hopefully someone will play this. My only problem is I don't know how to upload maps. That's a problem. I tried to look up a tutorial on how to, like, upload these to, like, the Steam Workshop, but I couldn't find anything. And then I tried to look up how to just upload something to the Steam Workshop, and I still couldn't figure it out. So if anybody could make a tutorial on how to do it specifically for Teardown, because I have no clue how to do this, and I'm not the best at like reading and then following instructions, and I don't want to do anything wrong. So if anybody could just make a tutorial on how to upload things to the Steam Workshop in good detail too, because I'm terrible at it. But yeah, that's 1M.1.R. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this concept of a game. It doesn't only have to be on this map, it can just be on any map. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna go edit it and then post the video. Yeah. Also, I hope you enjoyed that little sketch thingy. Anyways, bye. No, no, please, no, no, please, please. You just get fucked back here right now. Just get the fuck up back here.